Okay, hey there, Chewy here again with the 30-day video game challenge. It is day 4, and today's category is guilty pleasure. Now, for me, to understand a person's guilty pleasures, I think you really have to understand what it is first that they're looking for in their ideal game, and then they can see why the guilty pleasure doesn't necessarily fulfill those criteria, but why they then love it anyway. So for me, the things I really love in games, I really love absolutely story-focused games is the top of my list. If a game gives me a good story, I'll absolutely fall in love with it. If a game gives me a relatively new gameplay experience or something like that I've never experienced before, I'll absolutely love it. So it utterly bemuses me why I love the Burnout games so much. If I have a car racing series in my possession ever, it will most often be the Burnout series. I could never really identify exactly what it was that appealed to me about it. It was at least partially the multiplayer mode. I've spent many a night staying up with friends until 5 o'clock in the morning, thrashing about Burnout tracks, seeing who could score the highest races, usually while rather inebriated. I love the cars are always really fun. It has that perfect sort of I'm not a fan of realistic racing games, partially because I'm not particularly interested in driving. I always preferred the more arcadey style racing games, and I always thought that of them, Burnout was the one that controlled the best. It was the one that was the most organic, the most easy to just... You could pick up a Burnout game and within minutes be just as good as somebody who'd been playing it for years. And some more racing game purists might argue that that's what makes it a bad game. Me, I would disagree. I play it purely for fun. I love to pick up a bunch of controllers and a couple of my mates and rock some Burnout. So yeah, that would be my number one guilty pleasure, because it's a guilty pleasure because it doesn't fulfill any of the criteria by which I judge good games, but I love it anyway.